What is up, Unleashed Theme Park fans? Today we are carrying on the series of roller builds, and this is part 3. So we started this theme park yesterday. Obviously we didn't do all of this massive layout, but we did build this roller coaster. But part 1 was something which I hadn't fully decided yet. But we're going off this, so it's part 3, and we're building coasters to add to this theme park. Now today I don't really know what coaster I want to go for. Obviously I have a few ideas in mind. I'm sort of thinking I want something like a kid coaster. I don't want something too big. What about this dark kinetic sit down 6-seater? Yeah, I like this. I actually do like this. Okay, we'll go for this. So I want to make this sort of like a kiddie coaster, so not too high. No inversions or anything like that. A couple drops, a couple airtime hills, you know, the basics of what a standard kid coaster would have. So I'm starting to think maybe we could go into some turns. Obviously, my first design won't always be my finished design, because obviously, like I have said in past episodes, I'm not the best planet coaster builder ever, but you know, I can do lots of different things and aspects in different ways. What am I going on about? I have no clue. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the series so far, or you haven't watched the previous episodes, go and watch them. I'd recommend, if you want to get filled in, start on part 2, because part 1 was just me building a coaster, which may eventually occur in this park, and I may have a think by the end of this episode it may be in this park. But yeah, so we are trying to hit 100 subs. But depending on when you're watching this, we may have already hit 100 subs depending on when you're watching this, because we're at like 66 right now. It'd probably be more by the time someone else is watching this. But obviously we've got to test the coaster every now and again, because it needs that testing. Okay, so this is looking nice. Oh, that S-curve is lovely. If that even is an S-curve, I think it is. Okay, I'm liking that so far. And the coaster goes and falls off the track right at the end there. I just didn't like that little curve at the end there. What's on here? I don't think this consists of anything good. A couple helixes, but we don't need the helixes. We'll have to go into some camel hump sort of things here. I need to turn this auto turn on, because then it automatically does it. So let's have a look. What the hell are these? What are they doing there? Okay, so just testing this now. Obviously, remember, like I've said, these episodes are only a couple minutes, or like 5 to 10 minutes. I've sort of got this inspiration, not inspiration, but in a way, I want to go for like Vampire at Chesington, like how it's got 2 chain lifts. Just because, you know, I think that will make it look like nice and well presented. So I'll probably go into the second sort of chain lift after like this curve, obviously going into this S curve. Yeah, and then it will come round here, and then let's make it hit a block section, like so we can slow it down a bit. Bring up another chain lift. I want this one to be a tad bit taller than the previous, maybe going up, yeah, around 47 meters tall. How do I want to sort of lay this out? Okay, let's just see how this plays out. Comes around that bend, obviously a bit of smoothing does need to be needed. Let's go and change this just to slow it down a tad bit more. But yeah, so I think this coaster is looking decent so far. Obviously, you probably don't want to watch the whole building process, so I probably will pause it and then come back to you in a minute, but we will see how it goes, because the video by now is already at 5 minutes. So we go into a nice airtime hill. What else should we put in? Maybe cut a couple other curves. So let me fill that in and I'll get back to you in a minute. Boom, there we go. I have sort of finished the coaster. There may be a couple tweaks. I do have to smooth it out a bit, like so. And just to mention while I'm smoothing it out, we got some new videos coming up. We have got Themepark in a couple weeks time, which I hopefully will be a really good trip to. We're probably going to go back to Chessington, go back to Legoland, go back to Alton Towers again at some point in the 2026 season, obviously, because they're just like the best. And then in the summer, depending on when you're watching this again, in the summer we're going to Universal Studios in America, which hopefully we'll get a couple of videos out of that for each one of the parks. But apart from that, we've got lots planned, probably loads more roller builds episodes. I can't wait for them to all come out and put in a big series. As you can see, I've smoothed it out, so we're just going to watch it, test. If you have any improvements for what I could do to help me like build a bit better, pop them in the comments, and the names of this roller coaster here and the stealth themed one over there. Okay, I like how it hits the chain lift at a nice speed. Obviously this one's a bit bigger, so it does gain a bit more speed, but what I have done is here, look, I've sort of mirrored it, but just a bit taller and different things, and then obviously it takes its own route off to the side here, over another little airtime bump. Obviously that is probably going to be tweaked, because that did look a tad bit rough coming around this last bend. Apart from that, it looks all good, so I will go and place this down and I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, so what I've gone and done is finish the coaster. I made a couple tweaks to this last sort of turn round here. I've changed the colour, and I sort of had this idea for the park. If we like split the park in two, so one half is sort of basic colours and one half can be like neon-y colours, like we've done for the coaster, because I think this is looking really cool. I managed to get 3 trains going, so it's a good throughput, and I love this, wait for them to get to the top of the lift hill, this sort of dueling effect where they both get released from the lift hill at sort of the same time, and sort of have this sort of like chase between each other, which I think is really cool. But apart from that, I played around with like some of the timing settings for when the coaster cars are released, but yeah, overall I think it's good. I'm going to give you a POV of the last ride that we did, because I think we should do a POV of the ride that we previously did in the last episode. So this is the POV here. You may have seen it on one of my YouTube shorts that I posted, of like building daily coasters, but this to me is looking good. It's just this bit could have been tweaked a little bit, this like sort of braking hill, and it's quite a bit like stealth. But apart from that, I think the park is looking brilliant, and yeah, so we'll see you in Roller Builds Part 4.